Alright. Well, we just got this multi-coupler back from Antenna Authority. Thanks to Ferrel over there for repairing it for us. According to his notes, the LNA was bad, and he replaced it for free and did a burn-in test for us. So now we're just going to do a quick test on the bench here to make sure it works for us. So this is an 8-port multi-coupler. The idea is you could send a single RF source in here and then break it out into 8 different outputs with about plus 6 dB output per port. It's 12 volts per 12 volts input, which makes it pretty adaptable. When I sent this out, it was dead in the water no matter what my input was. So we're going to test this using the tracking generator on the scope here. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to calibrate or normalize our tracking generator. So I just have 2 leads here, and I have an inline between the two. So we just have a loop. So we're going from the output to the input. So we're going to go into our tracking generator. I'm going to hit the TG button, and then I'm going to go to normalize. I'm going to normalize our signal here, and then I'm going to change our reference level. I'm just going to bring this down so we can actually see it on the screen. Let's do about negative 60. So let's just bring it down so we can see it on the screen here. Then we're going to go back to tracking generator, and we're going to generate. So this is what we're generating right now. Reference level 60 dB. So this is straight through. So if I disconnect this, we should see the level drop. Yeah, there we go. So what it's showing us is that's how much power we're putting out, and we're picking that up back into the scope here. So connect that, disconnect that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the output of our tracking generator, and we're going to plug it into the input of our multi-coupler here. So that's going to go into the RF input. Okay. And then we're going to take the RF input on our tracking generator and hook it up to one of the outputs on here. We'll just do it off output number 1. So input number 1, output number 1, and then we're going to give it power. So this is what it looks like with no power applied. So let's see what happens when we apply power. Hey, look at that. We're getting a nice signal through. Change our marker. So our marker is about 45. If we pull power, yeah, so that's a nice increase in power output there. So it looks like this guy's working. We'll just go through and we'll check each of the ports just to make sure all the ports are good. (45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45. All right, cool. So it looks like this guy is good to go. We could put this back into use. What we're going to use it for is we're going to have a single wideband discone input here, and then we can hook all of our SDRs or scanners or radios or receivers. Obviously, you don't want to hook a transmitter or transceiver up to this because this is a receive-only multi-coupler. We don't want to blow up anything that's plugged into it. But this will let us break out a single antenna to 8 different outputs if we want.